And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Singy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. And today on the hill, Bowden Francis. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Next offering in there for a strike. Going to count 1-2. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. TJ Friedl next to hit for the Rays. In the air, left field, down the line. And that is a foul ball. Inside, and that's ball 3.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Tampa Bay nothing. Blue Jays due up next. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And pitching in this game, Frankie Montas. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Willie Adames stands in. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. And a 1-2. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Swing and a ball drilled center field. Friedl pulls that one down. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Singy, this lineup has the benefit of playing behind a great pitching staff. They've got a really low ERA.
Yeah, and, you know, with that said, there's not as much pressure on the offense, but make no mistake about it. Players want to hit the ball hard.
And he can't come up with it. Still fires to first. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. And stepping in for the Rays, Jeimer Candelario. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And a pitch. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Barger makes the catch, and there's one gone. And now the first baseman, Jhonkensy Noel. The next pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One down, base is empty. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also...
Rays retired in order. Back now in Toronto. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. On the ground, and that's just foul. Montas with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Swings and misses, struck him out. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Friedel sizing this one up. And there's 2 away. And here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Up with it. Fires to first. Got him. Inning over on the strike. Back here at Rogers Center. Well, here we go. Top of the third. Scoreless game. Now up for Tampa Bay, Austin Hendrick.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
Now it's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. Here's the catcher to hit, Ben Workvet. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs 1 more out.
Runner on the move. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Bottom of the inning. Here's the veteran first baseman, Luis Arias. Line drive, and a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Swings through that one.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Blues. Francis ready to fire now. And that is out of play. 1-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Now a pop-up on the infield. Arise. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics. Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump.
Runner on the go. Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He sends it out of here. Home run number 20 on the year, and they jump out front. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Still only one out here in the inning. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. At the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Andy Pajes. Swing and a ball popped up. Jimenez makes the catch, inning over. The Rays with a 2-run homer, and it's 2-zip. Bottom of the 4th, and now for the Jays, Willie Adames. Here's the pitch to Adames. Popped up. Arias hauls it in, and there's one away. And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Got him swinging.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. That'll fire up the dugout, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 2-1.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now here is Spencer Steer. There's a swing and a drive. Going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. The Jays get one back on this homer. And it's now. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That's out to center field. Lunges for it, but can't make the catch.
Everything came together for him. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Next to hit, Ben Wortvet. Hendrick, the lead runner at second. Arias on at first with nobody out. There's one, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and now Dalton Varsho. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Struck him out looking.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Swing and a pop-up. Caballero moving under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down. Luis Ariz stands in. This one smacked out to left center, and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a splitter. So one hit. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Sean Armstrong.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That was pretty nasty. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, TJ Friedel swings and misses. And it's 1-2. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And they'll do it again. And a base hit into right. Now batting Jeimer Candelario. He had a big swing back in the fourth, a two-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Friedel at first, one gone. Double play ball to second. The throw to second is offline. John Kenzie Noel next to hit for the Rays.
2 balls.
In the dirt, blocked. But no advance from the runners. One out. Runners at first and second.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And they're all loaded up.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
This is again 5 in a row.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count. He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the wall. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
Here comes the manager. New pitcher now, Eric Swanson.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Here's the second baseman, Gabriel Arias. And a swing and a miss.
strike.
Here's a 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 outs. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Cut on and lifted in the air. Rooker drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Rays 3 and the Blue Jays 1. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th. And stepping in is the speedy Andres Jimenez. That one the other way. DeLuca makes the grab, 1 down.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Willie Adames next up for the Blue Jays. 1 down, base is empty. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Swing and a pop-up. Caballero brings it in. And there are 2 outs. Brent Rooker next up for the Blue Jays. Ball to strike. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Caballero. Jump throw across his body. Nicely done for the out. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Score holds. It's 3-1. So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Paul Sewald.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Barker hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Battling here as he fouls it away. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance, and it hits the fence. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. TJ Friedl next to hit for the Rays. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with 1 away.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Not much to this one other than just a willingness.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. Grand slam. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 7-1.
And with the 6-run lead, there are fans that are starting to head to the exits. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
Angel Bastardo comes on now.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. Stepping in, Andy Pajas. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, struck him out. But they leave their mark on the inning as we get another look at the grand slam. And we're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Andrew Wentz hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
On to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Two outs, base is empty. That missed by a lot. And the count now even up. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. The 1-1 is fouled off. Line to left. That's a hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And stepping in for the Rays, Gabriel Arias. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away. And now the catcher for the Rays, Ben Rortvedt, gets the call. And the count 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. He flexes his power with that swing. His second of the year. It's 9-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Slings to first in time. High fly ball out towards left field. And that is a foul ball. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. The Rays with a 2-run homer, and they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
Lifted in the air down the left side. Candelario sizes this one up. He makes the grab, and there's one down. Luis Arias digs in now. On the ground, out to short. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. And next for Toronto, Addison Barger. That's ripped. Base hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. Now before the 1-1. Time is called. So now pitch hitter for the Blue Jays, Adam Frazier. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. The 1-1. Foul ball. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. This one pretty well. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Taylor Rogers.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman, Jeimer Candelario. And everyone is thinking the same thing right now.
Yeah, they're thinking, will he do it again? He's already homered twice, and most recently in the 7th. This guy's left a huge mark on this game.
As well as on the baseball. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Jhonkensy Noel. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there.
And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Willy Adames. 2-1 now. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Hendrick hauls it in for the out. 1 down. So up next for Toronto, Brent Rooker. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. 1 out left for the Blue Jays. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. Ripped on a line, and he'll make the catch. Ball game. And the Rays take this one in a blowout. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And our pitcher tonight, Cal Quantrill. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, Boog, I can tell you've been working on that one, but yes, you are right. This guy's strikeout per 9, over 11. I mean, that's just getting it done. There are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. That one finds the zone. 2-2 now. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
No, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, Any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out this. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Shane McClanahan. What do we need to know here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he deals with right-handed hitters in this one. Righties are batting over 300 against him, so they're not being fooled by really anything. He's going to have to find a way to change up his delivery, change up his look, somehow get them off of his primary pitches and even those secondary pitches. So we'll see how he does it in this one.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Anthony Santander at the plate. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the second game of the series. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Got him swinging. Went back to the fastball, and it was top of the second. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Andy Pajes. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Kirk to first, gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Vic Caratini at the plate. And the pitch. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
The tag gets him, and it's a double. Bottom of the second. Stepping in the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. Hit hard on the ground to short. Whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second. So digging in, Dalton Varsho. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball. Around first, heading for 2, and that's a double.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. Probably ruled a pass ball as the runner moves up to third. Varsho stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. In the air, right field, low. Nabs it. Runner tags for home. The throws out wide. He's saved. And it's 1-0. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Swings through that one for strike 2.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Pitch misses. Yeah, that's ball 2. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Bottom half of inning number 2. Sugar Shane notches the strikeout. Top half of the third inning, and the batter will be the shortstop, Eggy Rosario. So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
This one in the air. Guerrero. And he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. So up next, Johnny DeLuca. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
1-2.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. And it one-hops the wall. Now around second, going for third. Throw is high and over his head. Good backup, though. He's right there and no advance. Jorge Mateo now. And 1-2.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him.
Hit connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the offensive side of the game, right? I mean, missed opportunity to tie it up with the runner at third, 1 out, couldn't put the ball in play. So now it's time to pick him up, and that's where good teams, they go to. They operate on this level of next man up. That mentality is what causes them to win series, get into the postseason. That helps.
Tosses to first, and that is the inning. It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. In there safely. Here's Andres Jimenez. Ground ball up the middle. Makes a sliding stop. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Now the number 2 hitter, Alejandro Kirk. Runner takes off. Next offering is fouled back. Runner goes again. Liner, base hit. Jimenez around second, on his way to third. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And a swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, out towards right center. Makes the catch, and that should get the job done as he tags from third. He scores on the sac fly, and they take a 2-run lead. Anthony Santander now at the plate. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Swing at a high fly ball. That's out to center. Hauls it in for the out. Jamer Candelario next to hit for the Rays. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. 2 down, bases empty. Now up for Tampa Bay, Andy Pajes. Right through there for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here at Rogers Center, ready to go, bottom 4. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. Swing and a ball popped up. Puts it away for the out. Now the batter now, Dalton Varsho. Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. At the plate, Spencer Steer. Low, pulls it down, and there's 2 away. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And a swing and a miss there.
1-2.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Blue Jays held in check. They're up 2-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Next offering is in for a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Quantrill ahead 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out in front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball a little more straight and velo to it.
Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 2 down. And now the shortstop, Eggy Rosario. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings. Back now in Toronto, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Addison Barger. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that turns the lineup over. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Swings and misses. And the runner holds. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit. The throw in. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in towards you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Brings it in. Runner tagging and heading for home. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across, and they lead by 3. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it is gone. A 2-run homer. His 2nd home run of the series. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-zip. That's his 3rd. Joe Boyle takes over on the mound.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack one on the board. It's 6-0.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those 2 things feed off one another. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Big. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. 4 runs already in the frame. Last half of inning number 5. Up the middle. No throw. He's safe at first. Man at first. And next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. Boyle throws over. And he's back in safely. Two outs. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Caratini up with it on to first.
He's out.
That completes the strikeout inning over. But 2 comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse.
Full count.
Go after hitters and get quick outs.
3-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Liner caught at second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
1-2.
One out, base is empty. High fly ball out into left center field. Barger. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off.
3-1.
But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And there's ball 4. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning. Jamer Candelario next to hit for the Rays. Next offering is in for a strike. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strike. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Now he breaks his bat. And it's caught for the out. So the batting order turns over. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Off the mark there. The count now 2-2.
2 strikes.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit out into right center. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. 1 down. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That one back there. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. And that should get the job done as he tags from third. He'll score on the sac fly. And it's an 8. Manuel Rodriguez gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are huge for him.
Squeezes it, and that'll do it. Quantrill back to work. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Victor Caratini. That misses the zone. 2-1.
Well, these Rays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Gabriel Arias next to hit for the Rays. Quantrill back to work.
1, 2.
First and second, no outs here in the top half of inning number 7. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So digging in, Eggy Rosario.
3-1.
In the dirt. High fly ball down the left field line. And a foul ball. Pajes over at second. Caratini over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. Here's the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca. Strike 3 on the foul tip. Another. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Ground ball right side. Arias takes it to the bag and one away in the bottom of the 7th. So up next, Dalton Varsho. Bases empty, one away here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Snags it on the run. 2 down. Spencer Steer getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Zach Jackson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 gone here.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Now at the plate, Josh Lowe.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Richie Palacios next to hit for the Rays. Varsho moving under it, corrals it. And that is that. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Third baseman, Ernie Lopez.
One and 2 here. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And now it's going to be Addison Barger. The Jays up big in this one here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line drive caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
In the air, left field, down the line, and makes the play, and that's out number 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Burr.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. And now the DH, Andy Pajes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Victor Caratini next to hit for the Rays. In the air, left field, down the line. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. So digging in, Gabriel Arias. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That misses the zone. Now 3-1. And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So bases loaded with one away. Eggy Rosario next to hit for the Rays. Tapped softly to the right side. Fired to second, and they'll just get the one. So they're down to their final out. And now the center fielder, Johnny DeLuca. They're down to their final strike. 1 strike away. Got him! And that's the ball game. And this one finishes. From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now, and towing the slab here, Matt Waldron. And for some reason, he's not quite as effective here in front of his home crowd, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and the fans are well aware of that. For him, he's got to just not press and go out there and say, hey, I'm just treating this like any start. Home, on the road, it doesn't matter. My job is to focus on that catcher's mitt, attack hitters, and just try to move through a ball game. So if he can find that kind of focus, doesn't matter where he's pitching because he has good enough stuff to go out there and win a ball game.
This one lifted in the air, left field, Steer. 2 away now. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. And now 1 and 2. 2 outs, base is empty. That one ripped right center field. This one could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but
can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and that will end the inning. 1 left for Tampa. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. Pitching in our game today, Ryan Pepio.
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So they're taking the mound. This is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Just misses with that one.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced.
That's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break. Blue Jays go down in order. We played an inning, no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And the batter now, Josh Lowe. And that drops in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out in the second.
Oh, you may think, man, that pitch was right on a tee for him, but
oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. He'll touch them all. Home run number 5 on the season. It's 1-0.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way.
man, I hated knuckleballs. Seems like it's so hard to square him up and hit the ball hard, but this guy had no problem at all. It was like he was born to do this. Really good piece of hitting, just a sound swing, and he stayed within himself.
The other way, and there's a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some. So that
runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the third out, and we'll end the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. Back here at Rogers Center, Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
There's a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
So up next for Toronto, Brent Rooker. One down, base is empty. That's hard hit on the line. And it's into the gap. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
He was all over that one. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
On the ground to third. Fair ball. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He comes across to score, and the Blue Jays tie it up.
Comes through with the RBI. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. His 9th homer of the year. It's 3-1.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the condition...
Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the top of the wall. And that's a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over.
Oh, that got him. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Andres Jimenez. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Willie Adames stands in.
Shortstop, Willie Adames.
That one ripped, but foul. Barker on third, rushing. On at first with 2 down. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. And this is... Let's check out some notable Cy Young candidates so far this year. The 1-1. Fouled off down the right side. The pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Steer raging back towards the wall. Out of here, a home run off the foul pole. He circles the bases. It's 3-2.
Oh, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Outside, and that is ball 4. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios. And he hits a ground ball right side on to second. They get 1 to Guerrero, and they turn 2. TJ Friedel will hit next. Swing and a miss.
1-2.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. The Rays creep closer thanks to the... It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back now in Toronto as we go to the swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. It bangs off the wall. Round second, digging for third. The relay throw. He's in there.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a really beautiful swing on that pitch right there. Just didn't quite have the combination of launch angle and exit velocity to drive it over the wall. But when you can beat a center fielder like that, you know you hit it well.
Runner at third, nobody out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. Hit hard but foul off to the left. That one 95 to finish him off. And now for the Jays, Brent Rooker. Guerrero stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. On the ground to short, Caballero. Throws to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. And now it's Dalton Varsho. 2 down, nobody on. Hammer, base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And he chases that one. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. On to inning. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
The 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fires over to Guerrero. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. And stepping in for the Rays, Josh Lowe. Right side, hard hit. Jimenez throw to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's the DH. This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that is gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. It's 4-3.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
And a swing and a miss. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Dalton rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. In the air, left field, down the line. And it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. Safe at second, he legs out the double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Digging in, Willie Adames. And that's a base hit. Now a long throw home. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. It's 5-3. And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This one pops straight up near the plate. He's got it. That is the inning. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 5-3. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-2.
That one ripped. And that gets down in the corner. Around first, heading for 2. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Swings and misses. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's 1 away. Jose Caballero next to hit for the Rays. That one's in there, and now 2-2. 1 out, the runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Popped up. Jimenez snags it for the 2nd out.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Now the left fielder, Richie Palacios. Rortvedt stands at second with 2 gone. Varsho makes the catch. And that is that. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Andrew Wentz.
And if you dig into his walk rate, his numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Mateo sends it to first. And that's the 1st out in the bottom of the 5th. And next for Toronto, Brent Rooker. This one popped up. Noel. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
For me, that knuckleball was just devastating. I mean, you see it so well, you think you're going to go out there and get 4 knocks, and you just swing and miss. And I tell you what, I tried my best to put Tim Wakefield in the Hall of Fame. So we'll see. If he gets there, you know it's because of me.
1 down, base is empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, obviously, the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th. Nothing doing here this half. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Rays 3. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Swing, and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. Caballero makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. So up next, Addison Barger. The 1-1 is fouled off. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Dalton Rushing digs in now. Rushing not having as much success with the bat here at home as you see the splits. Good job to fight that one off. 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 6th. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Ryan Burr into the game.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now it's going to be Andy Pajes. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
So digging in, Eggy Rosario. His righty-lefty splits there. Fights that one away, still 1-2. 1 out, base is empty. Got him swinging.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter.
Fires over to Guerrero. Rays. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Manuel Rodriguez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
In the air, left field, and it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
And now Willie Adames, and Willie fouls one back. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit. This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
stays alive. That one almost got him.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Struck him out swinging. Gassed it right by him.
Well, I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Throw into third. Not in time. He's safe.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Santander now at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Swing and a foul straight back.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
This to third. Rosario over to second for 1, and that's 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Zach Jackson.
And he's been...
Oh, now this one's blasted deep to left. Way back there, on its way and out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 5-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Just off the outside edge. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. And the tying run is on base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Now up for Tampa Bay, TJ Friedl.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything.
Runner on the go. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Raised down by a run. Gets under and pops it up. Makes the grab, 2 down. And now the first baseman, Jhonkensy Noel. Next pitch is outside.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
DeLuca off of first with 2 away. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Here comes the skipper. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard.
2-2.
It's in and out of his glove. And everyone's safe. They're loaded. Andy Pajes next to hit for the Rays. So they're all loaded up. That one missed.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
2-2. Count is full.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
Well, all tied up again, and that's a pretty rough way to give up a lead. It's just kind of a gut punch for the entire team to issue the free pass right there.
1-2.
Line drive, makes the catch, inning over. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Kevin Kelly.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throws across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. This ball's chopped on the ground. Caballero on the run, throw to first, safe, and that's his 3rd hit.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Now a chance for Spencer Steer. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Squirts away a little bit. Nice job behind the plate there. 1 away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Big strikeout there as he works to strand that go-ahead run at second base, but job's not done yet. Got to get that last out before you can exhale and get back into the dugout. It's kind of tough to do with this.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Friedel going back. Way back there and gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. His 4th home run of the season, and the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 7-5.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling.
They turn things over to the southpaw, Garrett Clevenger.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
And now, Dalton rushing. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first. And the lefty reliever does his job. Just 1 pitch to get the inning-ending ground out. The Jays get a pair. We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Taylor Rogers.
He's throwing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
Puts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And they're down to their last out. Jose Caballero getting ready to hit. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1-2 the count.
This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
I'd say this team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence. And you want to
Welcome into Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Chris, it's trade deadline day. Always an interesting day on the MLB schedule. Usually a lot of excitement for fans and stress for the front offices. What about the teams and specifically the players?
Boog, I think there are three perspectives. You're that guy that's saying, hey, I want to get traded somewhere, maybe to a contender, maybe to a place that I have an opportunity to play every day. On the flip side, you're that guy that's very content with where you are. You've heard some rumors, perhaps. You can't wait until the deadline has come and gone, and you're still staying put. And then the third person is that teammate that's looking and saying, we got a shot. I hope we add the piece or two that we need that'll put us over the top.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. just about ready to go. And towing the slab, Sonny Gray. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Burleson pulls it down, and there's two gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. That's to third. Tosses across to first, and the inning is over. Back here in St. Louis. And on the hill in this one, Trey Savage. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot.
Boots it. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. He's already set a new career best for stolen bases in a season, Chris. Now all even up. And there's a ball.
Well, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
First and second. Line drive, base hit. Around third. He'll score. The Cardinals have the lead. Headed for the plate. In to score from first. And they lead by 2.
Well, that's a big at bat. Coming through in the clutch to drive in a pair. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it. And then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So up next, Mason Wynn. To second for 1. Over to first. Safe. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Swings through that one.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. And worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
And here is Pedro Pajes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. Foul tip, but he hangs on for strike 3. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now a second inning set to go. Anthony Santander at the plate. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's back. And that ball is gone. And that should quiet this home crowd. And they're on the board. It's 2-1.
Well, there goes the shutout. Just like that. They're still behind, but this is a start.
Brent Rooker, the next to hit. Hit on the ground to short. Win. To first. Out. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. 1 down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. 2 away.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
What a stop. And they get the out. This homer cuts into Toronto's deficit. Back here at Busch Stadium, we head to the bottom of the second. Leading off, Thomas Sajazi. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
1-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Here's the rookie third baseman. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
1 out, bases empty. In the air out to center. Varsho on the move. Makes the grab. Nice play after the long run. 2 down. Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Here's the center fielder, Michael Ciani. The 1-2. Ripped on the ground to second. Jimenez throw to first. That's out number 3. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. The 1-1. On the ground. Over to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Here's DJ LeMahieu. Swing and a miss.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command. Ball.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And the lead runner puts on the brakes at second.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Next to hit, Willie Adames. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Here's the pitch to Adames. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Around third comes LeMahieu. In there safely. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Line, and that's a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single. 3-2, they take the lead. 2 on, 1 out. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Anthony Santander. And that gets away from Herrera. Should be a pass ball, and there are 2 in scoring position now. Two on, 1 out. And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. So 2 down now, and here is Brent Rooker. The pitch. Way outside, straight to the backstop. But all the runners hold. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Gordon Graceffo up and throwing. Leiter also getting ready. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and
he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Lars Nootbaar. Swings through that.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes to
Two
count.
balls.
Well,
Two
after
strikes.
putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Outside, and that is ball 4. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now it's the right fielder, Alec Burleson. And it falls. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And here's a slow roller. Adames. The underhand flip. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Next is the designated hitter, Jordan Walker. That one misses. 2 balls and a strike. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And down on strikes he goes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th, and now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react.
Runner takes off. Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play. Takes it to the bag himself and doubles him off. Now the catcher up to hit. Dalton rushing. There's a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for the Blues. And we're back. Bottom 4. Now up for St. Louis. Pedro Pajes. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the
1
zone.
ball, 2 strikes.
On the outside corner. Got him looking.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Now the third baseman. Hard hit left side. Adames the throw to first.
Out.
3 up, 3 down. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That one is absolutely belted. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. So the lineup flips over. Andres Jimenez next up for the Blue Jays. Man at second. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
1-2.
And down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Now Willy Adames. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, and you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
And that is that. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, that curveball had some pretty good break to it. As you can see, the hitter just locked up a little bit. Thought it was a great pitch to hit, but sometimes you're looking for something else and you can't pull the trigger.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Varsho brings it in with We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Yasver Zulueta.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side. Swings through him for the K. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Jorge Lopez, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jack Leiter up and loosening in the pen. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. On to first, and there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. And it's in time for the 3rd. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in, Alec Burleson. And the count 1-2. Hard hit, right side. Fires over to Guerrero. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. The 1-1 is fouled off. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And a base hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you
swing and a miss, struck him out. That's his 9th strikeout so far. And here's the first baseman, Pedro Pajes. And now it's 1-2. That one just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Line to left. Gets down. Base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. Inning over. Back here in St. Louis, now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Liner caught at second.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Two and 2. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Herrera down to first, gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So out of the bullpen for the Jays, Sean Armstrong.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time.
Oh, gets dirty. Fires to first, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man. Now batting Michael Ciani. That one missed. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. That one misses, and that's ball 3. And the tying run is on base. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Swings and misses. It's 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Ciani, the base runner at first with one out. It drops in, gets away a little bit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to...
Oh, and now a wild pitch. Nootbaar up to second. Runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. And he grounds one to the right side. And it's just foul. That was close. And a swing and a miss. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Tyler Holton.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Number 33.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Runner at first with no outs here. Swings and misses, struck him out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. This one popped up. Win. They got it for out number 2. And now the DH, Anthony Santander. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Swing and a miss.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Got him swinging. That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Zach Jackson.
And he's been really shutting down hitters from the right side of the plate this year. Not a lot of hard contact, not a lot of hits, period.
Guerrero steps on the bag, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that.
No, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jack Leiter. This is his third time out this year. And now the right fielder, Brent Rooker. Foul ball there. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. That one fouled off, 2-2. Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. On the ground, 2 ball. Win to second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Spencer Steer digs in now. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Next offering upstairs. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets it. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Had a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike three, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
No, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in, and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated.
Line drive, and he's got it. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take game 1. And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go. And today's starting pitcher, Garrett Cole.
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out on the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
Got him looking. One out in the top of the first.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
1-2 is the count.
1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. High fly ball, right field. Burleson has this one sized up. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at Busch Stadium. And on the mound here today, Zach Gallen.
Comes into this start sporting a lifetime.
Now a rocket to right center. Way back there. And forget it. It's out of here. That should put a jolt into this home crowd. His 9th homer of the year, and the Cardinals have the lead now. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Down the line. And that's a foul ball. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck, and makes the grab. 2 down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get them.
There's a swing and a drive. That one is gone. He leaves the yard to right. It's their 2nd home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 2-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
So 2 down, and now here is David Fry, and that's a base hit, and that keeps the inning alive. So now the DH spot, Jordan Walker, and a swing and a miss.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now here's the switch inning power threat, Anthony Santander. And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's a big power threat, Brent Rooker. And a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2-2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact.
And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the 2nd. Bottom half of inning number 2. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Pedro Pajes. Fouls one off. 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He takes it on his own and quickly one away in the 2nd. Now it's the 2nd baseman, Thomas Sajazi. Even though Zach Gallen grew up in New Jersey, he was a big Cardinals fan because he loved Mark McGwire, so a huge Big Mac fan. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down. 2 down, base is empty. Victor Scott now at the plate. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He makes the grab, and that is that. So they make. Welcome back to the ballpark as we. We check out the current playoff picture. Swing and a drive, deep right field. And that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And
runner breaks for third. That's in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. That wasn't close. And that one popped in the air, left field. Makes the grab. Here comes the runner from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and now they trail by one. And here's the catcher, Dalton rushing. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So the batting order turns over. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. 2 outs. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. It's a K from the Coltrane. One run, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2. And delivers outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Nootbaar on at first, nobody out. And he dodges that fastball. Oh, and he hit him.
That got him.
He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And now it's Ivan Herrera.
Nope.
Just missed. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Jimenez to Adames. That's one. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. And welcome back to the ballpark. Willie Adames stands in. Out towards right center field. Nabs it. One away. And now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Hard hit left side. Slings it across, and that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Gallen winds and deals. That one lifted to left. Steer makes the grab, 1 away. Now it's the DH, Jordan Walker. That one ripped. Into the bullpen and gone. He made him pay for that one. His 9th homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 3-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Swing and a miss.
You got a full count.
And that one hit to first. Can't glove it cleanly. Still manages a throw. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Now up for St. Louis, Thomas Sajazi. Adames sends it to first. Out number 3. One for the Cardinals on the solo home run. It's now a 3. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
The 1-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And that'll get down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Popped in the air, left side. Fry hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Going to count 1-2.
1-2, count.
Cole a check to first, and he's back in easily.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary.
Can't glove it cleanly. He gets the force, and they do get the second out of the inning.
A lot going on right there. First of all, first baseman making that diving stop. So many times he's looking desperately for the pitcher to feed it to, but he decides to get up and beat that base runner to the bag. Pretty impressive right there.
And that'll do it. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's a speed threat, Victor Scott. That's down and in. A slider missed. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
The 2-2 on the way. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will fall. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of him. And now the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Right through there for a strike. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit. Back here in St. Louis, all set for the top of the 6th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Right side. Throws to first in time.
So he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And a 2-1 hammered but foul. A strikeout for the Coltrane. He's making it look easy out there. 3 up, 3 down that time. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Bottom of the 6th. And now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera. Swing and a liner. Base hit out into right center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Swings through that.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
He goes down looking. Grounder might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Back here at Busch Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And a foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got it.
Out towards right center, that's well struck. And forget it. That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 3-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Now here is Brent Rooker headed towards the corner, and that's a foul ball. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Burleson makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. And strike 2.
1-2.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Toronto picks up one on this homer. It's now. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Eric Swanson.
And this is his 40th appearance of the season, so he's starting to log a decent amount of work this year.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh. Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Lifted in the air, out to left. Steer. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. And up next for St. Louis, Thomas Sajazi. That's outside. Ball 3. There's a strike.
Count's full.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
First and second, 2 outs. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tyler Holton.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Moved into the bullpen for the Cardinals, Ryan Fernandez. The young right-hander up and throwing. Lopez warming up as well. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Dalton Rushing. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So now back to the top of the order. Here's Andres Jimenez. Substitution now at first base. Coming on to pinch run for Toronto, Edmundo Sosa. 2 outs. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second with a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. That one the other way, down the line, and it's foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really...
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. Herrera collects, fires to first. Safe, he beats it. Here comes the manager out of the... So they turn to their closer, Ryan Fernandez.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Herrera gathers, throws to first. In time, the 2-3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Paul Sewald.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Ivan Herrera getting ready to hit. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Alec Burleson. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Ball. Runner on the move. down the line. Base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
1-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. And he is down on strikes for the third. All set to start the ninth in this one. And now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Ripped to third. And Guerrero is set down.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Bounced up the middle. Win. In plenty of time to first. And a couple of quick outs. So it's their last chance in this one. So up next for Toronto, Brent Rooker. There's a swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Fernandez is just one strike away. Right through there, got it. And that'll do it.
Start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling to continue through the rest of the month.
3-2 the final score. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And for the Cardinals here this afternoon, Tank Hentz.
Well, it hasn't been a great year so far in terms of ERA, but he's had some decent games, and there have been some flashes of greatness, if you will. We'll see today if he's able to get ahead of hitters and perhaps get some swings and misses, put himself in a position to bring that ERA down, because you know in the back of his mind, beyond the W, he wants to have a better earned run average.
Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Anthony Santander.
Well, he's been a very consistent performer this year, and man, when you look up,
and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. One gone, runner at first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will hit next. Ground ball, left side. Fry fires to second for one. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. Back here in St. Louis, and today's starting pitcher, Bowden Francis. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous, sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Swing and a ground ball, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Varsho hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. Getting guys across the plate, not exactly a forte for them this year, as their offense, runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, and a great jump. Ciani over at second, one down.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets it to first. That's it out. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Alec Burleson. Now that's strike 3 and the third out. So we take a break.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting.
Top of the second, and now Anthony Santander. Here's a 1-1. Swung on, belted. Going back. And it slams off the bottom of the wall. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Everything came together for him. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
That's towards center. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. The 1-1. And a big swing and a miss.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And there's a ball. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle.
This ball is roped, and it gets down into the gap in right center. Varsho around third. He'll score easily.
Back-to-back base hits. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's down. One hops off the wall. Runner from second scores as they add on.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the first changeup we've seen today, and a perfect time to offer it up.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2.
One of the better pitches he's thrown in this game, but he just hasn't been able to do it enough, unfortunately. You know, he could be getting a feel for that slider, though, so maybe that's something he can build off of.
And it's through for a hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate, but it's offline, and they lead by 4. So, man aboard, Willie Adames. Next up for the Blue Jays. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A 2-run shot. It's 6-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Here comes the manager. Gordon Graceffo will take over here.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So a man at first. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Anthony Santander. Smash down the left field line. Fair ball. Guerrero around second, headed for third. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. He will score. It's 7-0.
He has had such a good day today. I don't think he's going to want to leave when it's over.
Couple of doubles today for the DH. And now Brent Rooker. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. So far 7 runs across in the frame here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. The run comes in from second. It's 8-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
On the ground. Sajazi tosses to first. Third out. So they bat around and score 8 times to take the lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now up for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. And that drops in for a strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one away. At the plate, David Fry. One out, base is empty. Adds another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Out towards left center. Varsho moving under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. There's a swing and a drive. And a foul ball. That to right. Burleson. And out number 1 on the grab. Here's the third baseman, Addison Barger. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him looking for the K. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a chopper out to short. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
That one missed. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, 2 down. And now it's going to be Willie Adames. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Coming home. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. And they now lead by 9. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. And they're all loaded up.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk.
2 strike.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they get 1 but end up leaving the bases loaded. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Jays 9 and the Cardinals nothing. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Base knock center field. And the leadoff man aboard. Now it's the rookie first baseman, Luis De Los Santos. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strike.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Sajazi aboard here at first with nobody out. And that's downstairs and outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Thank you, baby.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Now batting Michael Ciani. That one not close. 3-1. And that'll load the bases.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So they're all loaded up. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. All loaded up here in the last half of the third.
3-2.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a ball line to center. Varsho makes the grab on the run.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
1-2.
Rolled to short, could be 2. 1 at second. Throw is wide. He's off the bag. Run scores, and this inning continues. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a bouncer out to short. Adames the throw to first. They limit the damage here. 1 run in the inning, but it's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for Toronto, Spencer Steer. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Runner at first with 2 away. Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. Left field. Nootbaar on the move. Squeezes it. And that's the third out. 1 left for Toronto, but they still. The 2-1. And that one wrapped foul. Got him swinging.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, low and away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Slings to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. And next is the designated hitter, Jordan Walker. On the ground to the left, Barger. Zips it to first. St. Louis goes down in. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Jack Leiter. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Fouled off left side. Right-handed reliever. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Safe. It's 10-1. Willie Adames stands in. Swing and a foul out of play. Here's the pitch to Adames. Liner snagged at first.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, He couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Out to short. Win. The throw to first, and Guerrero is set down. Anthony Santander at the plate. Ball to strike. That one ripped right center field. And this one looks like trouble. The run comes in to score from second, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
And the batter now, Brent Rooker. That's a laser base hit. Coming home. He'll score.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side.
New pitcher on here, J.B. Bukowskis.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Digging in, Dalton Varsho. The other way, and a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 13-1. Man at first, here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Base hit center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So up next for Toronto, Addison Barger. Little bouncer out in front of the plate. Tosses to first. That'll end the inning after a lot. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Sajazi. Makes the catch for the out. Luis de los Santos next up for the Cardinals. Hit in the air, right field. Rooker makes the catch. 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the center fielder, Michael Ciani. Ground ball up the middle. Adames throws to first. That ends the frame. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Gassed it right by him. And here is Sosa to the plate. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
That's off the inside corner. 2-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Sajazi on his way over. Corrals it. And that is that. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Lars Nootbaar. To the right side, and that one handled. Whips it to first, and a quick out, number one. Ivan Herrera digs in now. Up the middle, Adames fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down. And up next for St. Louis, Alec Burleson. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1-2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Steer makes the play, and it's out, number 3. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Line drive. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Anthony Santander. And ball 4, 2 aboard. My partner, known for being a touch hacktastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness!
In your career,
I can't even believe. I can't. I win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even. Seriously, I don't believe that.
Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Dalton Varsho, the next to hit. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. High fly ball out to center field. Ciani. And he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. So digging in, Spencer Steer. Late with the swing there.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
2-2.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Sajazi on the move. And that is that. No runs. A hit. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Angel Bastardo.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while, coming on here after 5 days rest, so he should be rested, but we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
This change defensively for the Blue Jays. Now playing third base. Number 26. DJ LeMahieu.
Sets him down on strikes. Strike 3 called on a slider at the knees.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
The Redbirds with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Jordan Walker. That's off the mark, and it's 2-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. 2 out, space is empty. And a base hit right there.
Now batting. second baseman.
Thomas Sajazi next up for the Cardinals. Sajazi not having as much success with the bat here at home as you see the splits.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield.
That's 3.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here in St. Louis, we're at the top of the 8th, and now for the Jays, DJ LeMahieu. 1-1 now. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Handles, throws to first. First out in the top of the 8th. Dalton Rushing next up for the Blue Jays. Line drive, caught. 2 down, base is empty. Now here is Edmundo Sosa. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back here in St. Louis, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now up for St. Louis, Luis de los Santos.
You know, these Cards looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
Rooker makes the grab, 1 away.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
In for a strike, and the count 1-2. The Blue Jays up big in this one here, the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in safely. It's a double and his second hit. Lars Nootbaar getting ready to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ciani, the runner at second with 1 away. That one drilled left field. Lays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Coming home. He'll score easily. Here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. Outside with a breaking ball. Outside low. And now 3-1.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
2 on with 1 out. Alec Burleson will hit next. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. And there's the strike.
2-2.
One out. Runners at first and second. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. Breaks his bat and pops it up. And that's a foul ball. Rolled to short. Possible 2 ball. Quickly to second for 1. And it's a double play to end the inning. A run on 2 hits and they leave 1. 9th inning coming up. Toronto leads this one 13-2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. This one popped up right side. De Los Santos hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Lined into left center, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. On the ground right side, 4, 6, 3 double play. And the inning is over. So bottom of the ninth, here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. The 1-1 is fouled off. Now this is in the air down the line. And that drops foul. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the grab, one down. And stepping in for the Cardinals, David Fry. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Steer makes the catch. And there's 2 away. 1 out left for the Cardinals. And here is Jordan Walker. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. 1 strike away. On the ground, and this should do it. In the hole, jump throw, safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't.
Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Blue Jays slug their way to a win in this one. And the final 13-2 for Chris Singleton.